welcome to your messages for the month of April 2024. So I'm excited about this one because we have the eclipse season and all the energies, the powerful energies for the 8th of April. And we're already still in the energies of the last lunar eclipse. And I did the messages for this week, which were kind of really powerful. I kind of really enjoyed them. I'll put a link in the description of the video in the end screen because it was all about where your power lies. And when we say power, we mean alignment, really, and strength, and joy, and abundance, and love, and freedom, and security, and all those yummy words. That's your power. So yeah, where your power lies. I think it was a really important one. So yeah, check that out if you haven't already done so, because we're obviously in the energy of this week. But today is Monday, the 1st of April. 2024. So April Fool's Day as well. Be interesting to see if the Fool comes up, won't it? Because there is very much his energy around, I think. Okay, anything else? So take a deep breath. Activate your own intuition. If the messages resonate, then they're for you. And if they don't resonate, then they're not. Let them float on by. Wow. Okay. We have 6. I think that must be it. That's quite a lot, actually. We only had 2 in the weekly one. So, yeah. 6 it is. Let's dive in and see what we have going. We have opportunities and offers of taking new action. Physical action in the physical world, wands, fire, passionate, courageous, bold. So you're being called to take some kind of new action, and it will be in the direction of something that you're passionate about. It will be in the direction of something that might take a bit of courage. Okay, so that's okay. We like all of that, right? Because wands is fire. Fire brings change. It gets rid of the old and opens the way for the phoenix from the ashes, doesn't it? So it's beautiful energy. And pages are messengers, something new coming in, and opportunities and offers. So interesting. That it's going to be an offer that we're going to want to take. It's going to be an opportunity to do something differently, to do something more passionately. And yeah, it might take a bit of courage, probably because you're going to be leaving your comfort zone. I'm not getting at how big it is. Let's carry on and see if we can clarify some of that. Well, you're going to be inspired. Oh, beautiful. Oh, now I'm really feeling it. I'm feeling the truth bumps. It's not going to look when it comes in, this opportunity when it comes in, I don't think you're first going to realize how big it is. I just felt like it doesn't seem a big opportunity. So, right, it could be, let's just say, for example, a new class, a new art class, a new yoga class. It could be a new part-time job. It could be a new person that you're going to meet. It could be, yeah, it's something like that. And it doesn't seem such a big deal. Maybe you're going on a date or something like that. And you've been on many and you're like, oh, whatever. Or maybe you're going to a new activity and you've tried lots of new activities and it doesn't seem like a big deal. That's why you really do have to take the opportunity. That's why you need the heads up, because it might be easy to ignore this opportunity. But once you take this offer and take up this opportunity, look at the inspiration that's coming in. Horses are positive movement forward, and swords are air. So they represent mental processes. So that's your thinking and your beliefs, your inspiration. And you're just so inspired. So whatever it is coming in, it looks like it's just another person to meet, just another class to go to, just another job to do. just another place to walk the dog, just another place to go for coffee. I don't know what. It's going to seem something quite small, I think. But when you actually get there and you meet the person and you start doing the activity, it could be going to a workshop. You're like, oh, I often go to workshops, but there's going to be something life-changing because there's going to be something that's going to inspire you to such an extent that it kind of like puts you on the motorway to enlightenment, I want to say. You know how we say there are many roads to Rome? I always think there are many paths to enlightenment. And I've referred to them before, where, you know, some people might have a motorway to enlightenment. So they might be doing something like, I don't know, studying the gene keys or yoga or breath work or music for them might be what I would call a motorway. Dance, you know, these are activities that are your main go-to activity to expand your level of consciousness and raise your frequency. But there's also little A roads, aren't there, like national roads or what have you, that we can also be steadily going on. And there's also like little country roads. I referred to this one with my vegetable patch. See, now an organic farmer would be on a motorway using organic fruits and vegetables as like a motorway to enlightenment, whereas I just had a little scenic route to my vegetable patch. Do you see what I'm getting at? So there's kind of like, you have like different levels, but there's so many different paths, and you can be on a national road and then take a little scenic route, or you can be on a motorway. So for me, you know, the emotion code it's definitely a motorway for me because I just devoured it. I love it. It's changed my life completely. I, you know, talk about it, teach it, everything else. So there's going to be something coming up that's going to kind of like put you on a motorway to enlightenment, I want to say, and you're not going to realize when you first go to it. That's so exciting, isn't it? I love that idea. And let's see what's next. Okay, he's looking a little bit restless, and perhaps I think this is about how we've all been feeling a little bit. It's like there's stuff coming in for us, but we're just not quite resonating with it. So we're just not quite, you know, receiving it. We're not allowing it in. So we have to do things a little bit differently because the Four of Cups is about restlessness, and he's a little bit bored. So have you been a little bit bored with your life at the moment, doing the same old things, kind of like making the same old mistakes, maybe, just taking you a while to learn a few lessons? You know, sometimes it takes us a while, doesn't it, to understand that we actually want to do things differently. And then we might do something differently, and then we just kind of get pushed back to that kind of original setting, the program setting, you know, and we get kind of back into that comfort zone, don't we? So this is about getting ourselves out of there again, because to me, this is the gratitude card, because he's not looking happy with what he's got. This is his lot. Cups is emotions. It's the water element. So it's spirituality, intuition, creativity, and love. And he's not happy with his lot in those areas. But unfortunately, he needs to raise his frequency in order to align with this that he does want. If it's coming from a cloud in tarot, you know it's coming from the divine. But he's not resonating with it because he's kind of got himself in a bored rut. So what's important for him to do here? Gratitude is a really good way to get yourself out of a bored rut. So looking at things as in not really happy with your lot, look at what you've got with gratitude. You know what they say, if you're happy with everything you've got, then oh no, that's not what they say. I've forgotten what they say. But if you're happy with everything that you've got, then you've got everything that you need or want, or something like that. Yeah, so basically this is about gratitude. So being grateful for everything that you have. And also we can talk about advanced gratitude. So we can also talk about having gratitude and visualizing things that we want to come in. So there's things that we want We need to feel in the cells of our body that we already have it, that we already have it. And then we can align in that frequency of feeling that we already have it is what's going to create it outside of us. That's what's going to be reflected back to us, is that feeling of already having it. So advanced gratitude, I call that. And that's always quite powerful as well. So yeah, just being grateful for everything and anything. Just fill your notebook with lists and lists of things that you're grateful for. I remember, I talk about this in the second chapter of the first book, Heal Yourself to Happiness. Link is in the description. When I started off with gratitude, I came across it first in the 5 principles of Reiki when I was studying Reiki. And I remember leaving home every morning just being grateful for the 3 most important people in my life. And I just started doing it almost like a ritual, almost like just a practice, because one of the principles of Reiki is being grateful. And so I was just putting it into practice. And it was amazing how it grew. It literally grew. So I really urge you to start with just like maybe 3 things that you're most grateful for. And it's easy to start with the people that you love the most. But I was leaving the house and then I was feeling this gratitude for the birds singing. I was having gratitude for my car, gratitude for the weather, even when it was snowing or raining. And then it was just expanding. And then, even when the traffic lights were red, I was grateful for an opportunity to relax the mind. I mean, it got to the stage where I was seeing gratitude everywhere I looked. It's a beautiful way to be. It really is life-changing, gratitude, the power and energy of gratitude. And I was filling notebooks up. I started writing, today I am grateful for, and then I would just write a list. And I would just write, and I'd get really carried away. And it would just go on and on and on. And every time I said something or wrote something, it would trigger something else in my mind that I was grateful for. And I would keep on. And I had like books and books of things that I was grateful for. I've still got them all somewhere. But my point is that start doing that, because it was amazing for me how it grew and how it just expanded. And I don't write them so much anymore, but I feel it. I think it's about totally embodying the energy of gratitude, because, we can hear these things. It's like all energies. We can hear them on a receptive level and we understand them on a mental receptive level, but we need to bring them into the heart, and then we need to embody them into every cell. Every cell of our body is like a little universe of its own. And we really want to embody these beautiful, powerful energies into every cell of our body. And that's what is embodiment, to embody something, to bring that light in. That's enlightenment, because gratitude and love and all these beautiful frequencies are light. They're coming from the light. So it's just a beautiful way of integrating it completely. So that gratitude just becomes a way of life. It just becomes who you are. You're just constantly, permanently grateful for everything and anything. It's a beautiful lifting energy. So yeah, I really wanted to, obviously I needed to share that. It all came out. Let's have a look. Yeah, and this is the enlightenment. They're all face down before I pick them up. The hanged man. He's hanging there. He's in a state of enlightenment. He's embodied gratitude. He really has. And it's lifting him. He's hanging from his tree of truth. Now, the message with this card, excuse me, is don't force action. Don't push energy where it doesn't want to go. This is so important. I mean, really, you can feel when you're pushing energy where it doesn't want to go. And the fact that it's coming, under this one tells me that whatever this action is, it's going to come easily to us, because this is divine action. And with him, doesn't mean that he's inactive. He looks inactive. The point is, he's not struggling and he's not forcing energy. He's not, this came up in this week's messages, where your power lies. If you're having to force action from the energy of your human, or are you allowing action to flow through you with the power of source energy, with the power of creator energy, with the power of your life force? Power versus force. I mentioned that in that video as well. So this is all really relevant stuff. So he is about the stillness, taking time out and being still and hanging upside down. I'm a big fan of headstands, but obviously don't do them unless you're, training properly. But being upside down, you can just hang yourself over the edge of the bed. I think it's great. Children do it naturally. Have you noticed that children love to sit upside down on sofas and stuff? And people go, no. But actually, it's an instinctive thing that they're doing, because it is so healthy for our energy, which we won't go into now. But anyway, the fact that he's upside down, I think, is also relevant. To put yourself upside down occasionally, even if it's just your head, even if you're just doing a forward fold. But he is about the stillness and allowing divine energy to flow through you. So you're going to allow the divine inspiration to flow through you. So he does take action. Look at this action. This is divine inspiration. Look how fast it's going. But when you're in alignment with your destiny and doing what your soul wants you to do, the action is joyful and effortless. It's choiceless. You don't even have to think about it. It just comes through you. Have you ever done anything where you look back and you're like, oh, I don't remember doing that. I just found myself in that situation, because your soul was taking you there rather than your human mind. Do you see what I'm getting at? So this is a little message that divine action flows from that place of stillness. So stillness is the access point to acceleration. The stillness is where the acceleration comes from. So that is beautiful. Oh, wow, wow. I love the last two. Really powerful. We've got the Empress. She's all about divinity, the divine feminine energy. She's creator. She's the creator. She's giving birth. She's the pregnancy card. So if you are, wanting to have human babies, then this is always a good sign. But of course, she's really the giving birth to heaven on earth. We're giving birth to heaven on earth. And she's giving birth to new ideas, new projects, whatever this inspiration is. Oh, I've got truth bumps again. It's beautiful. So this little opportunity, it's not going to look like anything special. I keep saying that, don't I? It's not going to look like anything special when it first comes in. But boy, it's going to take you. It's going to take you. And that's where your creator force, and this is about giving birth to our divine creations. It's that book inside of you, or it's that musical piece, that album, or it's, I don't know, that choreography, or that new idea, that new project, that new business, that new job, that new way of doing things, that new activity. It's that new model. You're producing something, you're giving birth. We're giving birth to something, and we're all going to be giving birth to something new in April, by the looks of it. And then together, that is creating heaven on earth for the collective. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Because we're all going to be doing something different. So hopefully you'll know, and I'd love to hear in the comments, because you might not know now what it is, but by the end of April, we might have more of an idea. So we're all going to be giving birth to something new for us in our uniqueness and on our own personal journey. But I've got this feeling that everything is going to fall into place in the collective. So what I give birth to, you're going to want, and what you give birth to, I'm going to need. And then we're sharing it with everybody else, and we're all going to be using everything that everybody else is giving birth to. Do you see what I'm getting at? There's this uniqueness in the journey. There is only us creating our reality. But there is this beautiful tapestry of threads where we weave together what we do to create the beauty of heaven on earth. The last card is destiny. I've got these tree bumps again. The Wheel of Fortune, excuse me, the Wheel of Fortune is our destiny. It's our destiny. We chose to incarnate at this time for the Great Awakening. And we chose to have the journeys that we've had. And if you're anything like me, you've had your fair share of adversity. I know you have. You've had your fair share of adversity because you're an old soul, a mature soul. You came here knowing that if you could overcome your adversity, which on some level you chose, but you knew that by healing yourself and overcoming it, it was going to give you the strength and the motivation and the love, the self-love to get you where you need to be. And that's here now in the Great Awakening, so that you can be celebrating your uniqueness. It's not about being the same. Or when we were younger, we just wanted to all be the same. We didn't want to be different. It's so important that we embody and embrace the differences, because that's where our uniqueness comes from. And that's where our expression of the divine. We came here to experience and express our divinity within our human experience. We are all parts of the universe, parts of source energy. And it's source energy wanting to experience itself in different ways. It doesn't just want to experience itself the same way. So it's actually our job to be different. And it's our destiny to do the things that we love in our unique way. It's beautiful, isn't it? And to enjoy that within each other, to enjoy that within the collective. It's our destiny. Oh my God, this is it. This is what you came here for. Have you ever wondered what's life all about? It's about you following your joy, following your inspiration, enjoying the stillness, and being the creator, giving birth to whatever brings you joy, and giving birth to heaven on earth. Wow. Oh, it's beautiful. That's April. It's exciting. Thank you for getting to the end of the video. I love you all. Have a fantastic April. Get in touch if you want a private reading. See you in the next video. Bye for now.